do it.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll stop sharing. Go back here. Okay. Oh, I need to, okay. I need to share screen with sound. Yes. Share screen. I'll go back here from the beginning. Okay, that's better. There we go.
What does it mean to thrive? It means to soar to...
You getting the sound?
Yes, it's really great. It's all perfect. Okay. So now that...
What does it mean to thrive?
Okay, stop, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think you hit the start webinar button, unfortunately.
Okay.
We are live.
Hello and welcome to this afternoon launch presentation. This session is titled You Will Thrive at UWindsor. It is presented by Simon Zoutois, a student recruitment officer at the University of Windsor, and he is excited to share all great things that they have in store for students at UWindsor. Just a reminder to our attendees, please refrain from making any inappropriate comments in the Q&A. If such comments are made, you will be permanently removed without warning from the platform and will be unable to attend the rest of the event. At this point, I will turn it over to Simon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Heather. I'm delighted to be here with you this afternoon.
What does it mean to thrive? It means to soar to new heights, to push the boundaries of human performance, to pioneer groundbreaking research, and share your knowledge with the world, to engineer a better world, lead and chart your own path to success, bring your creative vision to life, champion equality and justice, care for others with compassion, and inspire the next generation. What does it mean to thrive?
Just ask one of the 160,000 University of Windsor alumni like me around the world.
I know you're here today because you want to talk about your future and you're looking for an excellent university experience. The University of Windsor is a great university filled with many people like myself who are here today to help you find your pathway. And we are grateful to acknowledge that the University of Windsor is located on the traditional territory of the Three Fires Confederacy of First Nations, which consists of the Ojibwe, the Odawa, and the Potawatomi. And we make that acknowledgement in recognizing our responsibility to do the work, to move towards truth and reconciliation. And that means telling the truth about historic and systemic injustice. We have many First Nations members of faculty at the University of Windsor, some of whom are working towards treaty justice with our federal government. We have an Indigenous Studies program, and we have an Indigenous Enrollment Advisor as well. We are reaching out to the Indigenous community, but also to the Black community. In the last year, we have hired over 14 new Black members of faculty, and I'm delighted to be able to share with you that on September 26th, we inaugurated our new Black Scholars Institute. We have a Black Student Success Coordinator on our campus, Caitlin Ellsworth. We're doing these things to reach out to the Black and the Indigenous community in celebration of our status as the second most diverse university in Ontario. No matter what your background or your interests might be, I'm confident that if you join us at the University of Windsor, you'll find a group of like-minded people with whom you can belong. Windsor is located directly south of Detroit. It took me a while to get used to the fact that, in fact, Windsor is south of the United States of America. We are within just a few hours of car driving, as you can see, from places like Chicago, Washington, D.C., Toronto, Ottawa, even Montreal. So we're really in the center of the continent, within reach of the largest markets in North America and in the heart of the auto industry. So there are many opportunities for you here in Windsor, the southernmost city in Canada, which gets the most sunshine hours of any city in Canada. My name is Simon Dutoit. I am a faculty-aligned recruiter at the University of Windsor. I specialize in representing the Faculty of Engineering, Science, Human Kinetics, and Nursing, but I have worked at the University of Windsor since 2007. I began as an instructor in the School of Dramatic Art, and I eventually became the coordinator of the school's Outstanding Scholars program. And now I'm delighted to work as a recruitment officer, helping students like you to find your pathway towards your future. So why UWindsor? Well, UWindsor is a regional comprehensive university. We only have about 11,000 students at the undergraduate level and not very many graduate programs. And so that makes us less than 1/15 the size of large schools like the University of Toronto. It's a warm place where our campus is integrated geographically into one area, and you can be from one end to the other of our campus 15 minutes on foot. We offer 190 different undergraduate programs. We really specialize in undergraduate education. So there are a lot of reasons why you should choose the University of Windsor. But for me, one of the most exciting reasons is that in the past year, no less than 2 international university ranking organizations have identified the University of Windsor as the 7th best non-medical university in Canada. We offer you a quality program at the University of Windsor. We achieved this recognition on the strength of 2 factors. First of all, we have faculty on our campus who are truly doing cutting-edge, world-changing research. And that should matter to you because those same people are going to be teaching you in the classroom and shaping your curriculum. We've also really achieved a lot in the area of sustainability, dropping our carbon footprint over 30% in the past year. So it's really because of those 2 factors that we've achieved this recognition at the University of Windsor. Well, why Windsor? You might not know exactly where the University of Windsor sits, but here we are. This is the Ambassador Bridge that crosses the Detroit River from Windsor into Detroit. That's the United States of America there on the other side of the bridge. And as you hit the bridge, if you look down and to your right, you will see our campus directly on the riverfront. It's a beautiful location. It's a place where you can feel safe and welcome. Our city has about 215,000 people, and there's a tunnel bus that goes under the river and comes up in downtown Detroit, where you can enjoy all the amenities of a big city. Front rank professional sports, the Lions, the Tigers, the Pistons, the Red Wings. You can go to world-class art galleries and take in the very lively music scene in Detroit. And then at the end of the day, come home and experience the safety of living in Canada. We're building a new residence on our campus this year. It's a brand new building. It's going to be a beautiful building with over 400 rooms in it. Fantastic new dining area. And if you choose to come to the University of Windsor for next September, you could be among the very first people ever to live in this beautiful new facility. And here are the room layouts that you can see on Rodzik Hall. There on the right is the new building, in which students each have a private bedroom and a shared communal area at the front with washrooms and storage areas. It's similarly in Alumni Hall there on the left. You can see that each student has their own bedroom, and there's a shared area at the front, which the 2 suite mates share. Cartier Hall is more like a traditional residence experience, the kind of thing I went through a few years ago, many years ago. What I love about Cartier, you have 3 pod mates and you come out of the front door and there's a big open area in the middle of Cartier where you will see friends on a daily basis. It's a very social building. And those friends are important because the friends that you make at the university level, we hope, will be lifelong friends, people who can influence your career and help you on your way. While you're at the University of Windsor, you will be supported in so many different ways. Our students have ranked us the 3rd best university in Ontario for giving student support. We have over 75 different agencies on our campus that offer you the kind of support that you might need at the University of Windsor, helping you thrive in so many different ways. We offer you transition support coming out of grade 12 into university through Head Start and Welcome Week, academic support, financial support, career support, all kinds of support. What you'll notice when you begin university life is that on the one hand, you have a lot more freedom, but on the other hand, you also have a lot more responsibility. You have to take the initiative. So I really want to encourage you that if you do need help, make sure that you reach out to the people who really are qualified and eager to help you. If you're interested in being a varsity athlete, I would encourage you to visit our athletics website, which is golancers.ca. There you can see the list of athletics teams that we have at the University of Windsor. Our track and field teams, both men's and women's, are excellent, winning a lot of awards right now provincially in Ontario. Our football team went to the playoffs last year, very well coached. So if you're interested in being an athlete, reach out because there is financial support available just for athletes. But even if you're not a varsity level athlete, you might want to visit that page where you could learn more about the intramurals and aquatics in our brand new Toldo Lancer Center, a beautiful new $73 million athletic facility that just opened 2 years ago. It has a triple gym for volleyball and basketball, extensive exercise areas. There's even a mixed martial arts room. I mean, come on. You can find anything you want in that building. It's a fantastic place to be. And if you are a human kinetics major, you can be in the classroom and 5 minutes later in the Toldo Lancer Center working out, because those two buildings are situated directly beside each other. At the University of Windsor, we are doing our best to help students launch their careers. So if you come to the University of Windsor, you can be part of our new program, which is Hire UWindsor. We're not only going to help you prepare your resume, practice your interview for a job, we're also now inviting employers to our campus in a much more aggressive way so that they can have an opportunity to meet with you and discover just exactly how awesome you are. And as you can see on the screen, there's a fantastic list of new employers who are just opening their new facilities in Windsor. Canada's very first EV battery manufacturing plant just started actually manufacturing batteries a couple of weeks ago. It's just coming on stream. The Amazon Distribution Center, the Acute Care Hospital, and the Gordie Howe Bridge all will be completed in the very near future. Gordie Howe, the bridge is already together. They just haven't opened the customs campuses. But all of these places are going to be providing opportunities for students when they graduate. As you can see from the numbers, it works. We're putting our people to work 95% of the time after graduation, and 83% of them in the areas in which they actually studied. While you are a student, we are determined to give you good experiences that will allow you to learn hands-on the skills and the theories that you're studying in the classroom. We have many areas in which we excel at that, particularly in undergraduate research. Because of the way the University of Windsor is configured without many graduate programs, there's a lot of opportunity for students to do research in our faculty members' labs while they are still undergraduate students. You can learn bench techniques that many times students don't even learn until they're graduate students. 70% of our students in the Faculty of Science do research during their undergraduate program. And you think, well, why should that be important to me? Well, I can tell you because I used to run Outstanding Scholars, which pays students to do research in second, third, and fourth year. It is available in every one of our undergraduate programs across the entire campus. And it's a fully portable program. So you could be a physics major and choose to do research in music history if you so desire. Doing research while you're an undergrad is a particularly important thing if you're planning on going to a professional school after you complete your bachelor's degree. You want to go to medical school, chiropractor school, dental school, optometry, pharmacy, you name it. There's a whole list of things, law school. You're going to need a good letter of reference in order to get the support you need to get in. So wherever you go, folks, I want to advise you, I've been in higher education for 30 years, make it your business to give a faculty member the opportunity to get to know you personally, so that as you graduate, you can ask for that strong letter of reference from somebody who really can do a good job because they know you. Our research programs provide you that opportunity, as do our internship programs, where we do an intensive 3-week study off our campus, often out of the country, Costa Rica, Iceland, Scotland, where you can earn academic credit for doing a research project. We also have an outstanding exchange program. I mean, wouldn't it be fantastic to spend a whole semester or even your whole 3rd year in another country, so that when you graduate, you look at your resume and it says right there, I have international experience. That could be a difference maker. We have relationships with over 50 different universities in over 20 different countries, and we'll be happy to facilitate your year experience in those countries. You pay your tuition at the University of Windsor, and the courses you take in Sweden or France will automatically appear on your transcript at the University of Windsor. But finally, I think probably the most important kind of experiential learning we can offer you is our fantastic co-op program. It's a freestanding office on our campus where students go to arrange work opportunities while they are still students. You can be paid to work in a job setting for 3 entire semesters, 1 whole year, while you're a student at the University of Windsor, and still graduate in 4 years. Now, that's an important difference maker, because many universities ask if you do co-op, you have to do a 5th year and thereby pay another year of tuition, by the way. Our co-op experiences, many of them are local in the Windsor-Essex area, but we also have many employment partners in the GTHA and even outside the country. And we will give you the opportunity to choose which employers you are interested in working with, and then prepare you for the job interview. It's just like going for a job to begin your co-op career. Well, I've spoken with you a little bit about our student experience and what it's like to be at the University of Windsor. And there you can see there's another drone shot of our campus and the Ambassador Bridge there in the background. And now it's time for me to talk with you a little bit about the many undergraduate programs that we offer. And as I said, there's 190 of them. There's no way I can talk with you about all of them, but I will try to give you an overview. So I appreciate you sticking with me as we go through all of the different pathways that you can find towards your chosen future, pathways where you can truly thrive. If you're interested in business, our Odette School of Business offers you a number of outstanding opportunities. First of all, if you're in the main BCom program, we have 7 different areas of specialization that you can choose from, and you can see them there: accounting, business analytics, and supply chain management. By the way, supply chain is particularly relevant in Windsor because, of course, our auto industry is deeply integrated with the Detroit auto industry, and you can see many, many trucks going across that bridge on a daily basis. Our accounting program is outstanding. Our students graduate from that program and complete the CP exam, passing at 88% of the time. The national average is about 73%. So truly, our accounting program does do a very good job. If you're a numbers person, that's maybe a pathway for you. But if you're a people person, well, you can study human resources or marketing. So a lot of options in the School of Business. 95% of our graduates are employed within 2 years, and we have a very strong student to faculty ratio and very strong student clubs as well in Odette. A lot of opportunity for you to get to know people and, again, begin to network, build that LinkedIn chain. In the Faculty of Arts and Humanities and Social Sciences, we have many different programs, and again, I could possibly talk about them all. This is our largest faculty. Basically, it has 3 pillars. And the first of them is in the area of the creative and performing arts. We have, of course, the traditional performing arts that you might expect: theater, music, visual art. But we also have a very exciting visual art and the built environment program, which prepares people to move towards a career in architecture. Our students spend a very significant percentage of their time in the studio. I've worked with folks in the communication media film program like Luis here in this picture, and I can tell you sometimes they don't sleep because they're so busy making movies. So it's a very busy program. We have a BFA in film production, which is a very successful program. The humanities and culture is basically all of the languages plus philosophy. And by the way, in our arts programs, our humanities programs, and in our social science programs, we're now offering co-op opportunities as well for students to get involved. So students in our Spanish language program, for example, have the opportunity to work with the consulate in Leamington, where we have a very significant population of Hispanic migrant workers. So you can be working and practicing your Spanish in support of a Hispanic community right here in the Windsor region. 97% of our humanities grads are employed within 2 years. In the English language program, there's a creative writing stream which works with local authors and publishing houses to take a novelist's novel all the way from manuscript to publication. Very exciting program. Over 40 different books published out of that program so far. Very proud of that program. In the social sciences and professional studies, there are so many choices. Honestly, psychology is the largest program we have, and there are many streams within psychology. But we also have a very successful commercial aviation program, one of the only 3 universities in Ontario to offer you the opportunity to become a commercially licensed pilot with 6 certifications to begin your career. So we have those professional studies options, as well as all of the social sciences that you might expect: history, political science, psychology, criminology, sociology, and a very strong professional social work program as well. There's Paige. She was one of our commercial aviation students, and she's now a professional pilot. Perhaps you are dreaming of being a teacher. If so, congratulations, and I'm glad that you know that about yourself now. There are 2 pathways for a person to become a teacher, and the most direct of them is the concurrent education program, which you would apply to out of high school. Our concurrent program allows you to take a 3-year undergraduate degree in your teachable subjects and a 2-year program in education. So you graduate in 5 years with 2 degrees, fully certified and ready to begin your teaching career. And you know what, folks, historically, this is an outstanding moment for you to become a teacher. As you can see, there's tremendous demand. Many school boards in Ontario are experiencing teacher shortages. So you will be quite confident of employment after you graduate in this area. Of course, the other pathway to become a teacher is to first complete a 4-year degree and then apply back to do the 2-year education program as a consecutive program rather than concurrent. Our Faculty of Engineering is a place that I actually love. I have a PhD in theater performance and history, but I love to walk through the engineering building because the students there do so many cool things. We have a new mechatronics systems engineering program that we're very excited about, which is going to train our students to build automated systems in manufacturing. And so that's going to be very useful here in the Detroit Windsor area, of course, because the auto industry is rapidly expanding, as indeed is manufacturing all across North America using automated systems. But we also have some of the more traditional engineering streams. All of our engineering students take a common first year. So remember, if you're going to apply to an engineering program at the University of Windsor, only apply to one of them. Because at the end of your first year, after you've taken those common classes, you will have the opportunity to say, I would like to study this kind of engineering. So even if you come in as electrical and computer engineering, you can always change your mind to mechanical aerospace if you so choose. By the way, our professors have some very strong connections in the aerospace industry, and in the aerospace program, you have the opportunity to complete your private pilot's license during your time at UWindsor. Makes sense, right? I mean, if you're going to design a plane, you may as well know how to fly it. So we have a lot of exciting programs for you in engineering, a lot of very active student clubs, and an outstanding co-op program in engineering. I also want to share with you that we have a special scholarship program in engineering, which is called the Elevate Scholarship. It is a scholarship that pays $5,000 to students in first year, and then offers them a $10,000 internship in the summer after their first year. And that scholarship is intended to support folks who are underrepresented in the profession of engineering. So if you apply at the University of Windsor to the engineering program, you're accepted, you start your program, you simply put your hand up and you say, hello, I am a Black student, I am an Indigenous student, I am a woman, I am a gender non-binary student, because those folks are the folks who receive that award. And again, it's there because most engineers look like me, aging white guys. So do please consider our engineering program. It's a small program compared to many other universities. And because of the size, we are able to customize your engineering program. If you're in the mechanical program, for example, and you want to take some environmental classes, not a problem. Just talk to our advising office and we'll be happy to facilitate that for you. Human Kinetics is a great school. It's, as I said, right next to the Total Lancer Center. It's where a lot of our athletics folks go, but we also have an outstanding sport management leadership program, top ranked programs, one of the top handful of programs in the world, a very, very strong program. And those same professors who teach the graduate program are also going to be teaching you at the undergraduate level, because it's all of our communities are small and warm communities. We also have reconfigured our kinesiology program. It's now called Kinesiology and Health Studies. Students in that stream will earn a Bachelor of Science degree, and that will prepare you for a career as a chiropractor, a physiotherapist, an occupational therapist, or even prepare you to apply to medical school. We've had people successfully apply to medical school out of the kinesiology program. A lot of great options and a very warm community, a lot of support for you in HK. Our nursing program also has been nationally recognized as an outstanding program. It's printed in Maclean's magazine. It's a program that offers you the opportunity to be in the hospital in the second semester of your first year. So you have clinical practice right away, starting in first year. And I think really that's one of the reasons why the program is so strong and why 95% of our students pass the NCLEX exam, because they've been doing nursing right from the gate. It's a very exciting program. Nursing is such a great profession. We are one of the schools in Ontario who are participating in the Ontario Learn and Stay Grant program. If you're not aware of that program, I recommend that you do a Google search, Ontario Learn and Stay Grant, and you'll see the list of universities and colleges that are included in that program. That program offers you full payment for your tuition, for your fees, and an allowance for your books. So it's basically offering you a free degree. You will learn how to be a nurse for 4 years in our program, following which you must offer a commitment to stay in our region for 2 years and work as a nurse. So that's why it's called Learn and Stay. If you don't stay, then all of that tuition money becomes a student loan that you have to pay back. But it's a great opportunity. We want to encourage people to become nurses because we're really short of nurses in this region. And that's why the government is offering that program. But all of those things aside, it is such an excellent program. We offer 170 seats to first-year students every September. This past year, we received over 1,100 applications to our nursing program. So admission to nursing at our university is highly competitive. And I believe it's highly competitive all across Ontario right now as well. So if your heart is set on being a nurse, my advice to you is you should apply to lots of places because it's tough to get in right now. Our Faculty of Science has been our fastest growing faculty for some years now. It is a very well-managed program that offers you a great deal of student support. The Science Society is a very active student society that has no less than 8 or 9 different programs that they run that help students to make contact with the community and support particularly the healthcare industry. Very strong employment rate, very strong faculty to student ratio, but there's that research number again. And again, we are offering you the opportunity to be connected through the WeSpark Health Institute with local hospitals conducting research in healthcare across our campus. Actually, there's a pretty intensive focus on cancer research. So a lot of very cool opportunities for students to learn more and apply what they're learning in the classroom. Yeah, very good programs in the Faculty of Science. Too many. I just want to say something actually about the forensic science program. We have a new head of the forensic science, Dr. Sherry Forbes, who is working with our forensic students to open a body farm. So if being a pathologist, for a forensic scientist, or even a scene of crime officer interests you, you might want to consider the forensic science program. Very cool program. Well, I've spoken with you for a while now about our programs, and I appreciate that you've stuck with me through all of that detail. But now you may be asking yourself, well, how do I pay for that? Because it's true, an undergraduate degree can be expensive. You can spend 80, 90, or even 100K getting through a 4-year degree. We recognize that expense. I want you to think about a degree, though, first of all, as an investment, because Statistics Canada has proven that people who have a university degree can make up to 50% more over the life of their career when compared with people who do not have a degree. So yes, it costs you money up front, but it will pay for itself over time. So please do stick with your commitment and pursue a university career, and we're going to help you with that. There are 2 pathways to financial support at the University of Windsor. The first of them is these automatic open entrance scholarships that you can see there. If you reach the mid-semester point of your 2nd semester next April, and your cumulative GPA on your top 6 U or M level classes is 85%, between 85 and 89.9, we will communicate with you if you've applied to the University of Windsor, and we will say, congratulations, we're giving you $1,000 for your first year. Let's say you've got an 87, but you continue to work hard and you prepare well and you absolutely kill your final exams in June, and your graduating GPA goes up over the 90% threshold. We will send you another letter in the summer congratulating you on your hard work and offering you $2,500 a year for 4 years renewable award at the dean's level of support. So that's how the open entrance awards work. The money goes up if your grades go up. However, it does not go down. If we offer you a commitment for $10,000 in May, we will honor that commitment even if one of your exams doesn't go so well in June. The other pathway to financial support at the University of Windsor is the award profile. If you've applied and built your account on our website, we will ask you to complete your award profile between January 15th and April 30th. It's a smart thing to do, even if you have not yet accepted your offer, because that will tell you exactly how much funding we're offering you, and you can compare that funding with the funding that's on offer from other places. I say that because I'm pretty confident that you will find our financial aid packages very competitive. So here's the process. You need to, first of all, make sure that you fulfill all the admission requirements for the program that you're in. And if you visit our booth and look at the virtual view book, you can find all of those specific admission requirements listed in the view book. So please do check out the view book in our booth and make sure you get all of those admission requirements taken care of. Stick with the academic stream until you graduate, and then you'll be eligible for admission. You apply, as you know, through the OUAC, the Ontario Universities Application Center. And after you apply, we will go to step 3, sending you an email acknowledging your application. Hey, thanks for applying. And here are some steps for you to follow to establish your UWindsor student account. Once you have got your account built on our website, we will receive your grades automatically from your school board, and you just need to keep an eye on that account because we practice rolling admissions. Usually our very first offers will go out in December for early admission, folks who have a 90 or higher in grade 11, but mostly we're going to wait and see your grade 12 grades. So you really, our big waves of offers go out in February based on first semester grades, and then in May based on the mid-semester, second semester grades. But we continue sending out offers to people all the way into the summer. So sometimes you might have to be patient. If you, for example, are taking one of the classes that is required for your program in your second semester, we might need to wait to make sure that you're doing okay, because we want you to succeed when you're at the University of Windsor. We really want you to thrive. So there are many opportunities for you to learn more about the University of Windsor, to stay in touch with us at the University of Windsor. You can see the website there, future.uwindsor.ca. It's also linked in our booth, so you can drop by, look at the programs, see the student testimonials, and maybe even reach out to a student ambassador to ask them what their life at the University of Windsor is like. You can also register for our fall virtual open day, which will give you a much longer opportunity to talk with our faculty and staff at the university and learn more about the programs that you're interested in. You can see there's a host of different ways for you to stay in touch with us. And we look forward to, I love talking to students about what their future programs might look like. So please do reach out if you have any further questions. So at this point, I'm going to stop sharing my presentation. And I'm going to, I see we have some questions here in the question and answer area. So we have a question from RP asking about aeronautic engineering. Yes, we do have an aeronautic engineering program, and we have professors in our engineering program who have great contacts in the aeronautic industry. At the graduate level, for example, I happen to know one guy who is designing rocket engines for Pratt & Whitney right now in Toronto. So there are definitely opportunities there. And you know what? Those folks build a rocket. They have a rocket team. And every summer they go to Texas and they compete against over 100 other universities. And this past summer, we placed third in Canada out of all of the engineering programs that were there at that rocket competition. So you know, the aeronautics program is a really strong program. Hello, Heather.
Hi, Simon. A couple of more questions have just come in. So do you have knowledge on your biggest employers for UW graduates, and specifically anything with law enforcement?
We do have a number of students who go through particularly the criminology and forensics combined program looking to go to law enforcement. I don't have statistics on who the biggest employers are in that area. I happen to know that it is a successful program because my niece went through it. And she went through the police training college in Aylmer, and then became a police officer with the Metro Toronto force. So, you know, it is a great program. It definitely is very successful. Matter of fact, because she did the combined criminology and forensics, she started as a scene of crime officer, and now she's been made detective. She's moved to the London force. So she's progressing really well in her career because of the training.
That is amazing. And at the beginning, you did mention something about non-medical field kind of post-secondary education. There is a question here that is asking, would you recommend this university for anyone going into the medical field?
Absolutely, yes. We have a very strong biomedical program, and Dr. Hubberstay, who's the head of that program, is absolutely committed to doing everything he can to support students who want to apply to medical school. But as we know, there's this crazy shortage of places in medical schools in Canada, and getting into medical school is tough, honestly, no matter where you go. I have written letters of reference for students who are going to medical school. I've done it myself, and I know anymore they're asking specific questions. Is the student a good communicator? Are they a good problem solver? Are they a good team player? Is it my opinion that they would be a good physician? In what area does the person need to grow? To answer those questions, I need to know the student personally. Most undergraduate educational programs are basically similar. And so I would be looking at what are the co-curricular opportunities. And that, I think, is one area where we really do have an edge in giving folks the opportunity to do research. We have had good success getting people into medical schools, yes. And we also have a satellite campus of the Schulich School of Medicine, which is at Western University. We have a satellite campus at Windsor. So you can actually go to medical school in Windsor. The other thing I would say to that is I would advise anybody who's serious about medical school to look at the admission requirements of the medical schools, because they are highly various. For example, the University of Ottawa does not accept the MCAT because it's a bilingual university and the MCAT is not available in French. So they have some other specific requirements that they look for. If you want to go out of Canada, of course, like Wayne State University in Detroit, they have a list of requirements as long as your arm. Whereas if you look at Schulich, they say specifically, you can have any undergraduate degree. They've accepted people out of music or engineering or philosophy. What you do have to have is a high GPA, a great MCAT score, and really strong letters of reference. So that's what I would advise anybody who's thinking about doing medical school. Those are the things you need to do, prepare yourself.
Excellent. And you did mention taking academic level courses. Are programs such as IB recognized in the application process? And if so, how?
Well, sadly, as we know, Ontario, the Ministry of Education in Ontario has said that universities may only accept people on the basis of their Ontario Secondary School Diploma, their OSSD. However, students who are in IB programs, whether they've completed the diploma or simply a handful of classes in the IB program, do have some options. Most universities in Ontario will accept IB courses for transfer credit into the first year of the university program. And we do that. Many universities in Ontario also offer scholarships to students who have completed IB programs, and we do that as well. Many boards of education will take the grades that a student has earned on a 1 to 7 scale in the IB class and convert that to a percentage grade, which they then submit as part of the student's OSSD. So I guess, you know, if you look at it as a kind of an administrative process, there is a way for getting IB classes included in your application. But again, the only way we can actually look at a person's IB qualifications when they apply is if they are at an IB school outside Canada. And then our admissions office will look at those IB grades and very likely convert them to percentage grades. Again, we're looking for basically anything from probably a 5 and higher to get your courses transferred into the University of Windsor out of 7. They score all their stuff out of 7, right? So these are great questions.
Yeah, we have 2 questions that are both about extracurriculars. Is this something that UWindsor looks at? Do they favor specific extracurriculars over others in the application process?
So because we're a smaller university, all of our applications are done on the basis of the GPA only. So extracurriculars are not considered in the application for admission to the university. However, if a person is interested in the Outstanding Scholars Program, which if you're a high achieving student with an 85 or higher on your top 6 URM classes, I warmly recommend that you look at Outstanding Scholars at the University of Windsor. And in that area, the ways in which a student has been engaged in their community as an artist, as an athlete, as a leader, as a volunteer, those are things we are interested in hearing about. If somebody is interested in applying to Outstanding Scholars, they should certainly contact me for advice. I used to be the coordinator of the program, but it is a very, very strong program. You won't find a similar program anywhere in Canada. It is our cutting edge program for students who are high achieving students. So yeah. By the way, don't just list what you did to get your 40 hours, right? What we want to know about is how did that experience actually change you and shape your goals as you were moving towards your dreams?
That is fantastic advice. Another question here with regards to the psychology program. Is it competitive like the nursing program, as it is a major part of UWindsor?
The psychology program is one of our open programs, and that's one of the reasons why it's one of our largest programs. It's a service major. People who take psychology could be in criminology, they could be in business, they could be in the sciences. Because of the interdisciplinary health science program, people take psychology classes even though they might be a biomedical science major. So that's why psychology is so big. It's an open program. The programs that are competitive are the capped ones. Nursing is capped at 170 seats. Visual arts in the built environment is capped at 45. Commercial aviation is capped at 45. The individual streams in concurrent ed also have caps, ranging from 25 to 75 students. Again, we're just not a very big university, right? And so, yeah, admission to concurrent ed is also highly competitive. But if you meet the application requirements for any other program that is not capped, you will be offered admission.
That is fantastic. We are down to our last 60 seconds.
Okay.
A huge thank you to Simon for today. So knowledgeable, so many great insights in the application process.
Yeah.
Simon, anything you want to say before we end this?
I just want to thank you, Heather, for your support, and thank all the folks, the 35 IC participants who turned up for today. Thank you for your time. If you do have any questions, I'll be in the booth again for a few minutes, and otherwise you can reach out to me in person, sdutoit@uwindsor.ca. I would be happy to sustain a conversation with folks who didn't get their questions answered. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, have a great day.
You too.